Well, I'm just glad that that Mrs. Augustine asked me to come and share with you this afternoon. I could quite honestly go on and on and on about basketball and sports and all of those things and what I love to do, but quite honestly, it may be better if I could field some questions and maybe we could start from there, if that's okay. Sure, and I'll tell you a little bit about myself and all that good stuff. Anybody want to start off with a question? Who wants to break the ice? Nobody. I've been coaching since I was, I've probably now been coaching about 27 years, maybe here more than that. I actually started as a teenager, bless you. You're welcome. And I enjoy it. I enjoy, and the reason why I coach is because I think I'm a teacher by nature, and I love my sport, and what better way to be able to incorporate both of those things, teaching and the sport that I love, is rather than get there and coach. So I really enjoy that. Yes. I did. I am from southeastern Pennsylvania, from Coatesville, Pennsylvania. That is right outside of Philadelphia. And I went to college at Kutztown University. Kutztown is probably 2 hours north of Philadelphia. Everybody know that Billy Joel song about Allentown? Everybody heard that song? Kutztown is 20 miles away from Allentown, PA, in the heart of Amish country.
So you played there?
I did. I played there for 4 years. Enjoyed my time there, and I think out of all of the time that I've spent and all of the places I've been, one of the best 4 years I spent was on that campus, because that time in my life at that age helped me figure out who I was, helped me learn a lot about what I wanted to do. I could then also become independent in a safe environment. So even though I thought I was on my own, I was really protected by the campus and the fact that, those things were in place to keep us safe. So I learned a lot about me and how to live my life on that campus. Sociology and social welfare. And I had a minor, oops, I'm breaking stuff, a minor in communications. Well, I played the center in college. So that's where it started. But strangely enough, as I moved beyond college, then I had to learn other positions. So, sure. I did. I played professionally for 11 years. I started my career after college in Atlanta with the Hawks. I was there for a brief time and realized that I had to learn to play facing the basket once I got to the league. And so I went from being a post player, and they moved me to the three, which means there were two other players on the team larger than I was. So I learned a little bit more. I spent most of my career as a basketball player in my early years being told that I was the best player out there. The first time I ever got cut from a basketball team was when I got to the NBA. So I was with Atlanta for just a brief time, a couple months, wound up going to the CBA, which is now the developmental league, the NDBL, I think it is now, and spent a season there. Didn't like it. After that, I got my passport. So that's kind of how it began. But I played professionally for 11 years. Anyone else? Sure.
Is it true what they say about overseas? You can really make some good money playing overseas instead of playing in the NBA?
Well, depends on where you go and how you play. Honestly, what's that?
Did Kobe do it when the lockout was going on? Kobe went and played overseas.
No, actually, Kobe went and bought a team overseas. So that's what he did. But Kobe Bryant is a player. He grew up in Italy, so he just went and where his father used to play. So, but yeah, you can make lots of money. I mean, And even better than that, what I found out, better than making lots of money, I made lots of connections, lots of friends, and now I have some great vacation spots when it's time for me to go. So now when I travel, you need a plane, and I like that. So that was an opportunity that basketball created for me. If it was just up to me, that may have never happened. So I learned to use that as a tool. Yes. My favorite basketball team is Lorain County Community College Commodores. That is my favorite team. How about yours? That's a trick question. My man, all right.
What about NBA?
Honestly, I don't have a favorite team in the NBA, and I'll be candid with you. Absolutely. Somebody said it out loud. I would rather play. I do not get any enjoyment from watching other people do what I love to do. What do you love to do the most? Be careful. Keep it PG now.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's keep it.
Or better than that, let me throw this out to you. Think about what you love doing the most, and then think about how much enjoyment you get watching someone else do it. It's not a lot of fun for me. So even though I love being a student of the game, I love, I'll catch Sports Center. So my attention span will allow me to watch the top 10 or Sports Center, and that's my dosage. And then I can do other things. And to be honest with you, basketball taught me that as well. When the ball stopped bouncing, it taught me that I could do other things. So I consider that an opportunity also. Yes.
What brought you here?
What brought me here? Well, what brought me here was I met the woman of my dreams. And that's what brought me here. My wife is from Elyria. I didn't know Elyria existed until I met her. And so I met her 20 years ago, and we were married last year. I would think that I was slow, but that's not the case. We actually met playing ball overseas. Okay, my wife played professionally for 5 years, and we met as friends before some of you were born. And we lost contact and didn't speak for 17 years. We reconnected about 3 years ago, and now I'm here in Elyria. So that's really what brought me here. And what brought me to this campus was I live very near here. It was the closest college to my house, and I needed to work off my retirement package. And so I started coming over here to the gym every day and wanted to volunteer my time with the basketball team, not knowing that one day I'd have one of these. So, basketball and life kind of itself creates opportunities and presents itself, and you have to really take advantage of that and take it by the horns. So, yes.
Would you say you're more offensive-minded or defensive-minded, and why?
Honestly, I would say that I'm more basketball-minded. I look at the game as a whole, but there is an old adage that says offense wins games and defense wins championships. I like that. I think it's important. One of the flaws in basketball now is that everybody wants to score. The problem is when you come across somebody who scores more than you, you lose. So a critical element to the game is defense. So if I was forced to nail down an answer, I would say defense. Yes?
What are the countries that you played for?
That's a good question. Well, I started my career in Linz, Austria. That was the first time I had ever gone overseas. So I started in Austria. After Austria, I went to Uruguay, South America, after which I went to Germany. I've been to France, to Argentina, to Poland. So I've been in and out of about 14 different countries.
Are they as good as we are?
Some are better. Some are better. It's about the opportunity. Sure. Yes?
Who's your favorite basketball team to play for overseas?
The favorite team that I played for was probably, that's a good question. That's a good question. I really enjoyed playing in Poland. I'll tell you why. I played in Poland for 4 years. Anybody here from Poland? Anybody? Anybody? No? Okay. Figured I'd throw that out there. But I enjoyed being there because just as much as the basketball, I enjoyed camaraderie. So I had some great friends. I saw some great places and lived a great life. For me, basketball is just a small part of who I am. And so I wore my basketball outfit on purpose, even though this is not something I wear daily. I enjoy living life in a broad spectrum. In traveling to all of the different countries, a young lady asked about how many countries I've been to. I made a conscious effort to learn languages. As I said before, I have places now that I can vacation to. And I told you I met my wife overseas. My youngest daughter was born in Europe, so she's a dual citizen of another country. So basketball is just a small part of who I am and what I do. Anyone else? Guys thought I was going to come in and just talk about shooting the ball all the time, didn't you? Surprise. I say that because I want you guys to understand that what you do as young people, and I know that most of what you're going to be doing, especially as it relates to this class, is athletically inclined. Understand that that is a portion, that's a beginning, that is a threshold. It's an opportunity, it's a tool for who you will become once that's done. I didn't touch a basketball until I was 15 years old. And when I graduated from high school at 18, I was an All-American. So I poured everything I had into the game. And I've gained some great dividends from that. So after that, it helped me build. So the person who I was before I started playing is now coming to the surface. So remember that when you establish yourself, even if it's through sports, that you have the ability to do other things as well. Because those two things can benefit and feed from each other. Even though I played basketball for a lot of years, a lot of the guys who are old like me who don't play anymore are some of my best friends. And the fact that they're spread all over the world makes it even better because we can visit each other, we can talk about a lot of different things, we're well versed, and so those things are critical to life, not just the sport that you participate in.
Can you write down your email behind you so that, is that the best way for them to contact you?
Well,
So it's right
even better than that, I brought a stack of these. So if you need me, I'll leave those here, and so you can take that along with you.
We have time for one more question.
I pride myself on knowing a little tiny bit about everything, not a whole lot about one thing. Yes.
When you were with the Hawks, Dominique Wilkins era?
You know, coincidentally, it was.
So,
And I wound up playing again with Dominique in Switzerland years later.
really?
Yes. So I was a young pup, and guys on the team were guys like Dominique Wilkins, Doc Rivers, Spud Webb, John Konkek, Tree Rollins. Who else was on that team? Kevin Willis. So, I learned the game from guys like that. One of the guys who I consider a very strong mentor in my life was George Gervin. A lot of you guys may not know, George Gervin is one of the greatest, of all time, the Iceman, and taught me a lot about being a young man. I used to talk to Ice every day when I played in the CBA. He played on my team. The interesting thing is we never talked about basketball, and I learned so much from him as a person. So I'm grateful for moments like that. So when you have opportunities like that in your life, take advantage of them. Take advantage of them. And, I make myself available for any of you who may have some questions or who may have some thoughts or look for some guidance or, I won't consider myself smarter than you, but I'm definitely more experienced because I'm older than most of you. So anything that I've used as a tool, I will gladly pass on. And the reason is because when I went to college, it didn't cost me anything. So all the knowledge I gained, I got it for free. So why not give it away, pass it on, and pay it forward to the next person?
I saw another hand. Did you-
Sure.
Are you guys holding trials and when are they?
We have held tryouts, and I have, at this point, reduced the men's basketball team to 28 guys who have tried out. We are now down around 18. We officially open on October 1st, and by the 1st, I will have a strong 14, and we will be ready to put our thing down. So, are you interested in trying out?
Yes.
Okay, because you're late. Because we had tryouts about weeks ago. But we are right now having preseason workouts. We are in the gym every Tuesday, Wednesday evening at 6. And, if you want to sharpen your skills, come on down. And I do not consider myself a basketball coach. I consider myself a player developer. Anyone with a clipboard and a dry erase can coach a team, pretty much. I know guys who can't play dead, but they coach YBA basketball, and that really irritates me. So it's not about just being a coach, because one day the ball stops bouncing, one day you stop running, one day you stop hitting the ball, one day you stop whatever it is you do. So you have to be able to move on beyond that. So I like to develop them as young men first, because honestly, the basketball is the easy part. But if you want to come on down, my door swings on welcome hinges. Okay.
Is Josh Harris on the team?
Josh Harris is on the team. You know Josh Harris?
Yeah, I went to school with him.
Oh, you're like, man, is that bad or good? But you didn't listen to him.
I didn't know that it happened already.
Oh.
I talked to him since the middle of summer.
He didn't say when?
No.
He just said, come on, try out. Well, I will tell you, we've been, yeah, we've been in the gym almost every day since December of last year. So we should spend more time down here, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we're in the gym often. No, I don't want to turn anyone away. What I will tell you is that if the rules will allow, I'm allowing guys to develop a practice team. You can come to the gym and practice against us every day if you want. You got 10 guys, come in, let you do your thing, and we'll do our thing.
What if you just, like, say, for instance, what if you just devoted yourself to the game for a long time, but now I don't really want to play. I just want to, like, what if you want, like, coaching tutors or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Well, you can come in and, if there's anything I can do to help you with that, I'll gladly help you. Like I said, the information I gained, everything that I got in regards to basketball was free. So I'll gladly pass it on. And if that's something you're interested in, then, if a legacy that I can leave is some information that I gave you, it'd be my honor to do so.
And it could count for your observation assignment.
And it could count for your observation assignment.
Just make sure if you do the practice team, you have a current physical on file.
And just understand that there's a big difference between shadowing me and following me. So I got it. No, I'm playing. I'm just teasing. Yeah, but you're more than welcome. As long as you're not in the way, I don't have a problem with that. And if you're in the way, I'm going to say you're in the way. So I'm a straight shooter. So I don't have a problem with that. I'll give you my honest answer, and if there's anything I can do to help, it doesn't make any sense for anybody to tell you you're wrong if they don't help you correct that mistake. So whatever I can do to help you get on track, it's my pleasure to do it.
And hopefully we'll get him to teach a credit basketball class and other potential classes here on campus.
I really want to teach a sociology course, but I'll stick to basketball if I have to. Did you get that? My man.
That's out of my area.
I hear you. Where you start wherever you can.
So can you please join me in thanking him?
Thank you. Any other questions before I go? Anything else? Yeah. Did I win any championships in high school? Somebody was going to ask that. No, I did not. Sadly, we lost my senior year. Yeah, I scored 1,000 points in high school. I scored my 1,000th point my last game of my high school career. So you want to talk about cutting it close.
And you were All-American.
I was an All-American, but I only played 2 years of high school basketball. So, you know, that made it tough. I scored 1,000 points in 70 games. Yes, in exactly 70 games, I scored exactly 1,000 points. So on the banner in my high school, I have the dubious position of being the last man on the bottom of the banner because they put them in numerical order who scored the most. But, you know, when I went to high school, there was no three-point shot, so it was three the hard way when I grew up. So it was all twos and fews back then. Twos and fews. Yes.